If you are a small business owner, tanggap naman natin na kahit gusto natin na perfect agad ang ating business, kahit gano'n natin katagal pinagplanuhan, hindi talaga siya perfect and there is always room for improvement. Kaya naman, eto na naman po kami.
Yes, here we are. Let's go, Kuya Budoy. Okay. Currently, naglo-load na ng mga bagong gamit.
Okay, so we are doing renovations for our biggest, most experimental branch here in the Atrium of Makati, Common Room PH, Mess Studio.
So, ang tanong, Kuya Budoy, kaya ba natin matapos ito in 5 days?
Wow!
Kakayanin daw, walang tulugan. So, malalaman natin after this video kung accomplish nga namin yung goal namin. Just in case, meron din kayong mga renovation projects for your store or your studio, we'll give you tips on how you can proceed with your renovations as well.
And pasensya na po kung medyo maingay po ang magiging lahat ng videos natin
Yes.
for this episode dahil po we cannot spare a minute at habang nagsushoot kami, tuloy-tuloy
Lahat
po
gumagalaw lang.
ang construction.
Stay tuned!
For those who are new here, Common Room PH is a shared retail and digital space for over 200 Filipino makers and artists. If you're looking for unique locally made products, we have branches in Power Plant Mall, UP Town Center, Alabang Town Center, Ayala Malls, Manila Bay, and the Atrium of Makati.
So, sabi nga namin today is day 1 of the renovation. Pero syempre, bago kami magbaklas-baklas at mag-install, inaral muna namin yung mga sections na kailangan talaga naming baguhin at kailangan i-improve here. So, hindi naman kami bara-bara lang mag-i-install. And ito yung tip namin for you to identify ano ba yung mga kailangan nyo i-renovate sa space nyo.
Yes! Bakit natin kailangan i-identify kung anong i-renovate natin ay dahil ang renovation ay magastos. So if you are a small business owner looking to cut costs, kailangan natin i-identify ano ba ang pinaka-importanting i-renovate natin sa space. When we identify the areas, kailangan ma-justify natin bakit kailangan natin i-renovate yung areas na yon. And remember our episode when we started, link here, sinasabi namin na we check the data and doon namin na-realize na yung retail section has no problem. And we realize na some areas na hindi retail section ang may problem. So, kung hindi namin inaral yung data namin, then we would have totally renovated that space without knowing na
Ito pala yung may problema.
na siya pala yung kumikita, di ba? So, kaya importante to base your renovation decision on data. Pangalawa, paano nyo ma-identify ang areas na i-renovate? Magkano po ba ang budget nyo? How much is your budget and what is your timeline? Bakit natin kailangan malaman ang timeline? Dahil closing the store means money also. So if you can't afford to close for a month, for 2 months, etc., then you need to know how long lang yung kaya mo. And from that timeline, alam mo, ito lang pala kaya kong ayusin as space. Okay? So those are the key things to remember when you are renovating and trying to identify the areas to renovate.
Pag iniisip mo parang konti, identify your key areas to renovate and identify the budget and timeline. Pero actually, sa ilalim nun, ang dami pa niyang mini to-do lists and many things to do and decide on.
Sobrang dami talaga. Like, we started planning 2024, December. We already knew that we had to do something in the Mess Studio. Anong date na ngayon? Anong petsa na? Almost 5 months naming pinagpaplanuhan yung renovation na to. Dahil nga, of course, limited ang resources. Of course, ayaw namin magsarado. And of course, ang daming kailangan pagplanuhan once you've identified the areas to renovate. So, Ate Maan, ano ba ang areas na i-renovate natin here in the Mess Studio?
So, ang 2 main sections is actually the craft area. ang pinaka-highlight of the space, the craft area. And then the other one is the cafe library. So, tatawid tayo doon in another section. And we'll discuss ano yung mga key insights na kailangan baguhin per section.
So, yung key area na kailangan namin i-renovate based sa aming data is yung craft area. So, ang laki-laki nitong area na to, as you can see, sobrang laki niya. But, when customers enter the space, sarado siya. Parang, sorry, this area is for crafters. Parang may ganong feeling of, exclusivity. We didn't want that. And I'll show you this area. May panook siya di ba? Parang bagay na bagay siya sa bookstore, bagay na bagay siya sa library, etc. Pero, parang na-realize namin, mas madali siyang i-closed off kapag may workshop. Kasi yung space niya mismo, sinasabi na I am a different area. And kung may workshop, parang better na dito siya. So, we're thinking na mas ito yung maging main crafting area. Pero sa totoo lang, magiging mas open na siya. Read here, craft here, read here, craft here. So, basically, that's the main point. To have no sections. For you to be able to enjoy the entire space, whether you're having coffee, you're reading a book, you're crafting, you're just hanging out, we want you to enjoy the entire space. And bakit namin gustong i-open up yung craft area which was initially closed off? Since the Atrium of Makati is a place that you have to go out of the way to go to. Intentional siya. Dinayo nyo na siya. Pagdating nyo, wala na tayong uupuan dito. Tapos sarado to. So, aalis na lang kayo, ganyan. Kasi wala namang umaalis pa dun sa craft area. So, we didn't want that feeling. We wanted to improve the user experience here in the Mess Studio if you visit. So, ano-ano nga ba yung specific changes na tatanggalin namin? 1, this harang. Tanggalin na siya so that when we have a bigger event, then you guys can use the entire space. Okay? Next, since hindi na ito yung main craft area, mas yun na yung craft area, so we can easily close it off. This shelf will of course go to the other section of the space, and this can be another seating for our guests who will hang out in the Mess Studio. And of course, since this is the area for hanging out already, dito na natin ilalagay ang ating community library. So you guys will be welcomed with a bigger zine wall, more shelving for books, more seating space. Guys, can you see this? May pa-couch effect na po tayo. So we're excited to fix that for you guys. This one, of course, again, since this is our craft counter also, wala na rin tong craft counter, of course. It will also go to the main craft area. Another big change also, we're gonna be putting up a wall here. Gonna be putting up the wall here for extra storage for kitchen, because the kitchen will be relocated here. Why? Kasi yung cafe namin medyo tago. So, hindi nyo alam na may cafe doon. So, we wanted to transfer the entire main counter here. So here you can order, pay for your retail goods, order food and snacks. Dito na siya mapupunta. Matatanggal na yung community wall natin. Dito na yung main counter. The community wall will go over there also in the main craft area.
So, nandito naman tayo ngayon sa ating cafe library, and it's also one of the main sections na babaguhin natin and renovate natin in 5 days. So, currently, it's being used as a cafe library. So, dito, tumatambay yung mga tao. If they want to order from our snack bar, they stay here, they read, sometimes they journal, sometimes they work here. And it also doubles as our bookshop. So, itong mga empty shelves na to, dito nakalagay yung mga books na sinesell natin from our partners like Adarna House, Looking for One, Comiket, and nandito rin sa gitna yung mga community library zines natin. So, yung mga kinolect ng partner natin na sila Micropress, dito natin sila nilalagay. Currently, general tambay area lang to. So, even if you don't want to craft, pwede kang magstay dito. If you want to work, pwede rin. One of the challenges is that sometimes, pag may event in the main craft area, ayaw nilang pumunta dito. Nahihiya sila kasi sometimes sobrang dami ng tao. They feel like, okay, if may event, can I still go here? Parang ganon. Sometimes naman, sobrang daming tao na ba-block off yung main entrance o cafe. So, they don't go here anymore. So, we want to revisit the flow of the space where everything is placed para there's a better flow of guests whether or not may event tayo or wala. So, anong mangyayari dito? We will actually put our basura bin or basura buffet here. So, lahat ng mga upcycling projects, yung mga donated trash nyo, yung mga upcycling materials, dito na natin siya ilalagay. And yung main mess studio signage natin will be put here and our community wall will also be put here. Right now, nakikita natin na nandito yung ating snack bar. So, aalisin na natin yung snack bar na to. We'll put them in the kitchen area and this entire space will be the main counter for our craft tools and craft materials. So, yung section nila Kuya Romel and nila Ate Amalia will be here already. So, all the tools, all the craft materials will be here. So, if you're asking, ano yung mangyayari dun sa mga tables nito? We'll still have tables here because we will convert this entire area to be the main craft area. So, just in case may mga workshops, people can still hang out on the other section. Dun sila magtatambay, dun sila magbabasa, or they can craft on their own. But this main area is secluded enough that it can be more conducive for those having their workshops or mini events in the sites. Tune in the next coming days kung ano yung magiging updates and progress natin in this whole section. Hi everyone! As you can see, today is day 2. At ang dami nang nangyari, isang araw pa lang. Ang dami nang nabakbak, ang dami nang na-install. May mga ilaw na and all. So, we're so excited with the progress kahit day 2 pa lang. And syempre, parang kaya. Kaya ba? Kaya. Yeah, so if kayo mismo gumagawa kayo ng mga renovations or may plano kayo for your studio or your store, di ba, I'm sure kayo talaga yung nagli-lead nung mga task or mga main renovations na kailangan, di ba? Kayo nagli-lead nung vision nun. And maybe as a startup, iniisip nyo, kailangan mag-save ng budget or ibu-bootstrap ko to, so ako na bahala. So it's so easy for you to say na ako na yung gagawa nun para makatipid. But maybe there are some things na kailangan mo talaga i-delegate sa ibang tao.
Yes. So for our tip number 2, leave some tasks to the professionals. So yung idea of DIYing and leaving some tasks to the professionals, so some or most or major, it really depends on the scope of work na kailangan yung gawin. So sinasabi namin some, para dun sa gusto talaga mag-DIY, pero kung talagang major yung renovation, talagang most of the renovations, we have to leave to the professionals. Why? Alam naman natin na ang pag-DIY, feeling natin mas nakakamura tayo. Pero sa totoo lang, if that's not your specialty, it will really cost more to do it yourself. Bakit? Kasi you don't have the materials yet, you don't have the expertise yet, and maybe the mistakes along the way of trying to DIY some parts of the renovation mas costly pa, and also mas time consuming. And we also know that time is very important. Time is gold, time is resource. Kaya kung wala kayong time and if hindi nyo yun expertise, best to leave it to the professional para magawa na nila agad, alam na nila ang gagawin, meron na silang materials. And ang pinaka-importante, aabot kayo sa
deadline.
Deadline sa sarili natin. So that's tip number 2. Actually, si Common Room and Pop Junk Club, we're very fortunate that we have an in-house all-around Kuya Budoy na sa totoo lang, parang kaya niyang gawin lahat. He's really very skilled. It's just that sometimes the extent of the works is just too much for one person. Kaya we really need to hire a team to help Kuya and to also unload some of the things that he has to do. So, here in the Mess Studio, no, alam na namin na we will renovate, for sure, yung mga tasks na pwede na namin gawin sa headquarters, we already started that. So, ito yung will transform it into shelves. So, yung mga shelves na yun, ginawa na namin sa studio. So, those are the things that we already DIY'd. Our tables, as we mentioned, maybe in some of our posts, I'm not sure if we've already mentioned, we want... Oops, oh my gosh. We wanted our tables to be more modular, mas maiikot-ikot namin siya. Now they have same sizes, same lengths, same width, etc. So, all of the changes for the tables we already did in-house also. So, we just brought them here and sana umabot tayo, ma-display na natin soon. And then, we put up a wall here and then also here. We removed the wall there. Kaya din yun ito yung baday. Kaso masyadong marami. So those are the things we already hired the team for para they can build the drywall there and remove the drywall here. Makatulong kay Kuya. We added electrical sockets and then we changed the lighting. Those are some of the things that we already left the professionals.
Okay, so we're here day 2 sa ating next section, which is the cafe library. And makikita niyo naman ang dami ng nangyari. We had to clear out the tables, tapos yung mga bookshelves natanggal na rin. We moved it near the retail area. Yung divider na baklas na rin, but we'll try to repurpose that. And if nakita niyo itong linyang to, yan, nakalapag na ng additional saksakan. So, these are some of the things na hindi namin pwedeng i-DIY and sila kuya and yung team talaga yung gumawa. And additional is yung mga shelves from the craft area nilagay na here. Ayun. So,
That's it for day 2. Leave it to the professionals.
huwag tayong magpanggap na kaya natin.
So, ano yung question mo sa akin, Ate Ma'am, kanina?
Yun nga eh, parang what if wala talaga silang budget to hire like a professional team or like an entire crew to do like the hard stuff. Paano na yun?
So, I guess siguro kailangan nyo mag-call a friend, maybe. So, baka may mga kakilala kayo na pwede kayong pagkonsultahan, mga kilalang professionals talaga. Ipag-consult nyo sa kanila yung problem. And also, talagang determining if it's something that you can learn or do on your own. Kasi there are some things na only professionals can do.
Yeah.
Siyempre may mga safety. And
Yes.
upon consultation with your friend, and if mukhang hindi talaga kaya, I guess it will be set aside first for maybe the next renovation when you have resources to hire a professional. Kasi of course, safety first.
Yeah. Mahirap i-magic yun kasi baka mamaya magka-aksidente, magka-fire, diba? So, yun yung ayaw natin kasi in the long run, delikado siya.
Yes, kung hindi talaga kaya yung professional, then maybe it's something that we can plan for the future and save up for.
Okay, that's it for day 2.
Bye.
Bye. Day 3.
Yes,
Wednesday.
sana day 2 pa lang, pero day 3 na.
So, we're already in the middle of our project timeline sa renovations namin. And siguro at this point, if nagko-construction din kayo, malapit na maubos yung oras nyo and siguro medyo malapit na rin maubos yung budget nyo. Definitely yung sa amin medyo nasasagad na. But we have tips for you on how to manage your budget, lalo na kung medyo crunch time.
Since pinag-uusapan na rin natin is yung tip number 2 natin, which is, leave it to the professionals doon sa mga hindi natin kayang gawin. For sure, kailangan natin mag-allot ng budget for that. And then, para makatipid tayo, there are things na kaya naman natin gawin at yun yung i-DIY natin. So, for our tip number 3, pwede namang hindi lahat i-DIY. We can also reuse what we already have and reuse as much as we can doon sa meron na tayo and incorporate natin yon sa mga plans natin.
Yeah, what's nice about that tip is that una, it saves you additional expenses Pangalawa, maximize mo yung mga gamit that you already have. And pangatlo, syempre, sustainability, diba? Parang as much as possible, make the furniture or the equipment that you have last as long as possible. Para naman masulit nyo yung initial na binili nyo. So, for this day, papakita namin sa inyo ano yung mga bagay na nire-repurpose namin for the main sections that marami dahil konti na lang ang budget. So, we'll give you a quick tour of the things that we are repurposing throughout our renovation. So,
Yes.
take it away.
As mentioned before, isa sa mga major concerns namin would be our beautiful big tables, but they're not as modular as we wanted them to be. So parang hindi sila madaling i-adjust sa iba't ibang events. So rather than completely buy new tables or make new tables, we just adjusted what we had. So sa past couple of months before the actual construction date, marami na kaming pa back and forth ng mga delivery ng mga tables kasi we had to pull out half of the table and then deliver the new ones para nagagamit pa rin yung table pero na-adjust na namin. So pagdating ng construction date, eto na siya. Adjusted na siya. And I'll show you some more of the tables. Here are a few of our tables. Wala pa siyang... Sorry. So, wala pa siyang... So, wala pa siyang tabletop. And one of the major concerns before was that the second layer of the table was here. And medyo tumatama siya dito. So, we had to just move it up and mas naging functional na siya and hindi rin siya masakit sa legs. So those are the things that we had to adjust instead of buying new tables. So here, as you can see, we are still using our old counter table. Mas maganda sana na mas mahaba siya. But I think pwede pa rin naman siyang gamitin. So reusing as much as we can para sa ating mini renovation. Our bookshelves, hindi na siya kasya kung saan siya pupunta ngayon if you want to see. Dito na yung bookshelves natin for our bookstores. We had 6, pero hindi na siya kasya sa wall na paglalagyan. So instead na itapon na lang natin siya, we'll be repurposing it as shelves dito naman sa ating library area na magiging library area na natin. And I guess for this section, last but not the least, is our lockers. Napansin namin na medyo attached tayo sa mga gamit namin. Na-realize namin kahit kami, ayaw din namin masyado mag-locker. So, basically, our craft passers don't use the lockers anymore. But instead of selling it again or putting them back in the HQ kung saan mag-accumulate lang sila ng dust, we're planning to make it as cabinets for our kitchen stuff. That will be stored in this wall na dinagdag namin as extra storage for the kitchen. Now, Man will show you ano naman yung mga gagamitin pa natin sa library cafe area.
So, nandito tayo sa ating cafe library na soon to be our main craft area. And ano ba yung mga things that we are repurposing for this section? So, if you look up, makakita niyo yung mga ilaw natin. Actually, before, this one, yung pail and these drop lights used to be in the main craft area. Tapos, here, meron tayo ng parang dangling curtains of lights. So, basically, we switched them up. So, yung nandito dati, nilagay natin doon sa main craft area. Itong mga drop lights sa main craft area are here. Those are the things that we repurposed here in this section, particularly sa lighting. Before naman, we had our main community wall in the craft area. Tapos here, we will still use them, pero dito natin sila i-reinstall. Can you guys see me? Okay. So, this used to be our counter dun sa craft area, and then we moved it here. Medyo bitten. So, ang ginawa namin is yung isang wall from our snack bar, yung isang dry wall from our snack bar, yung natapyas, we'll reuse it para ma-extend natin yung counter table here. Itong mga shelving here, So, ginamit rin natin to. Originally, it was in the main craft area, yung mga general tools sa lagyan. Pero, medyo bitin siya. But instead of making a new one, parang in-adjust na lang yung size so it will fit this entire wall space. So yun, ang dami naming na-repurpose, ang dami rin naming na-save. Instead of like making something totally new or papalitan namin altogether, ang dami nating na-repurpose and ang dami rin nating na-save na budget. And ito, our rebar shelves. So this used to be the main divider between the craft area and the cafe library. Medyo tatanggalin na natin siya kasi again, we want the space to be more open and para mas inviting for everyone. But sayang naman kung itatambak lang natin siya. So we will actually cut them up and we'll try to think of other ways to repurpose them. Maybe it's a divider but it's more modular. Iigsian natin so even if it's dividing the space, it's not really blocking your entire view. So ang daming pwedeng gawin dito. Sobrang flexible nito and sayang, actually masayang siya if hindi natin siya gamitin. So we're really excited to see how else we can use these rebars kasi ang dami niyang pwedeng gamitin. And that is it for day 3. See you tomorrow! Bye!
Day 4!
Oh my gosh! Day 4!
Day 4!
Charan!
Day 4? Sasabihin na ba nating aabot tayo?
I think we can claim.
Aabot ka.
Aabot kami sa weekend deadline.
Tahimik na guys. Nakapag-pull out na yung team.
Yes.
So tomorrow, magpapasok na ng clean stuff.
Actually, with this renovation, we can say na everything went smoothly and parang wala talagang major aberya. And to think, day 4 namin, ang dami na na-accomplish and I think we can really start with the decorating part and the layout and all. But sometimes, even if things go smoothly, meron pa rin mga bagay na kahit pinlano mo na, inisip nyo na and all, hindi pa rin nasusunod. And I think that's our next tip for you guys.
For our tip number 4, always be flexible with your plans.
Yes.
Sobrang stressful ang construction. And alam ko, sa mga perfectionists, alam ko,
type A dyan, mga OC.
nakakadagdag sa stress yung pilit natin, tinatry yung best natin na masunod lahat ng plano, but expect na in any construction, in any project, hindi lahat ng plano will go as smoothly as planned. So, kadalasan, ang budget sa construction pataas. Hindi mo i-expect na mas konti. Kasi nga, makakakita ka ng mga problems along the way. Sobrang swerte mo na at the end of the project, mas konti pala than your initial budget.
May savings ka.
Ang sarap naman nun. Pero expect na mas mataas siya. So, ang pro tip namin would be when you have a set budget, 75% lang dapat yung i-target nyo. And then, leave the 25% para sa mga sudden changes sa mga plano.
Buffer, ano siya.
And problems na hindi nyo alam na baka bumulaga sa inyo sa construction na baka may sirang pipe, ganyan, or may delivery na hindi natuloy.
Kulang, or mga materials na hindi nabili.
Yes. So, kung gusto nyo ma-hit yung target nyo na budget, hit the 75% para yung 25% would be magamit nyo in case your plans change.
And I think flexibility is really a lot of problem solving on the spot. Yung parang ano yung kaya nyong gawan na hindi nyo ini-expect bubulaga sa inyo on the day of construction and decorating the space, di ba? Parang marami yun little things. So, I guess it's also about choosing your battles, di ba? Ano ba yung ifa-fight mo? Ano ba yung kaya mong i-let go? That's also a form of flexibility as well.
Yes. And anong mas mahalaga sa inyo? To meet the timeline or to adjust? Kasi kung okay lang sa inyong hindi ma-meet yung timeline, then sige.
Yeah.
Gusto nyong masunod to the dot yung plan, go ahead if you can sacrifice the timeline. But if importante sa'yo that you meet the deadline and you open on time, then if there is a problem that needs to be solved, it needs to be solved now. Be flexible with your plan and be ready, okay, what do we need to do if this cannot happen? Isa-isahin na natin, Ate Maan, ano yung mga change natin here? Follow us? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I think one of the things na we had to adjust to is itong lights. Kasi the original plan was drop lights sila, may solo string sila.
Tapos magulo yung wire, like pa-artsy effect na parang yung light mismo is installation in itself. Kaso nakakapagod siya.
Kasi actually, sa buong renovation, the electrical took most of the time. Eh kung lahat yan may kanya-kanyang kable, siguro next week pa kami natapos.
And also, mas mahal din siya sa wire kasi bawat bulb kailangan mag-drop, mas matagal. And again, we need to be flexible dahil yung budget and yung timing namin. Meron din kaming hinahabol. Let me show you to our new bookstore. Dito na siya. Kasya naman siya. Nag-tape measure naman kami when we started. But we didn't take into consideration that this is a board. Nandito yung mga electrical stuff na hindi na mabuksan kasi this one is from here to here. So we need to cut it para matuloy pa rin yung plan namin na 4 sila. Initially, dapat tatanggalin na siya. Pero visually sa mata, parang
Alam mong hindi siya pantay.
bakit sa kulang? So yun, we need to cut it. And nung nakita naman namin siya, parang cute pa rin naman.
Yeah.
Ang
Tsaka
cute ng
magagamit pa rin naman siya. So, keep na lang natin.
And also this one, Ate Maan, ano nga ba dito?
Yeah. So, ito na yung magiging main counter for the retail and the cafe. So, ang initial plan was, dapat ito medyo nakaangat para meron silang passageway. So, madali lang sila makakapasok, makakalabas, just in case may mga taong kailangan ng assistance here. But, apparently, dito sa area na to, may mga very important wiring like the CCTV and mga internet and stuff. Kailangan iwasan na magalaw sila. So, we made the hard decision of
Just safekeeping the wires sa counter. Actually, Ate Man, we're very lucky na hindi sobrang major yung mga plans that we had to change. I guess siguro the reason for that is we were really realistic also with the changes that we wanted in the space. We knew we had limited budget. Again nga, 'di ba? We want the space to earn and fighting naman siya. Fighting naman siya. So parang nakaka-stress din in a way na gumastos ng sobrang laki sa space. So going into the construction and renovation, we knew na we had limited budget and kailangan mas realistic kami sa mga plans. So it was actually easy to achieve most of the plans that we had sa space. If you're gonna put up your own store, expect a lot more changes sa mga initial plans mo.
Okay, so let's move on to the next section. Kasi kahit dito, wala rin masyadong changes. Yeah. So we were really fortunate na here in this section, most of our plans really like nasunod naman. Kaya. So walang major compromise na naganap. Like, check yung lights, tama yung pag-install ng sign, the rebar na we had to rework, pasok naman siya, pasok din naman yung mga boxes na ginawa. So, na-adjust naman yung naipag-extend nung counter. So, it works. So, swerte kami na walang major boo-boo or changes here. Excited kami kasi day 4, medyo, we're 70%.
Yes.
70% done. So, tomorrow, day 5 will just be about last push. So, layout, design, balik nung craft tools, sectioning, setup ng kitchen.
Madami pa. Huwag mo na isa-isahin. Ito na lang. Kuya, ano, ready ka na for day 5? Kailangan ready ka na. Tapos na kami sa 1 to 4 eh. Okay. Bye,
see you.
guys.
Bye.
Guys, look, clear na.
naman, today is our last day. Day
Nakakatayo
5.
pa tayo.
Nakakatayo pa. Kaya pa. Time check, it's already 10:37 p.m. and we've been here since mga 10.
The team 8.
8.
Pero pinauwi na namin yung team. Pagod na.
Magpa-final
Sila,
touches pa
kami.
tayo.
Pero,
But,
abot ba?
abot, super abot.
Abot ba?
Yes.
5 days?
Yes.
We will open tomorrow?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Sobrang tricky talaga pag last few days kasi feeling mo malapit ka nang matapos. Pero the finishing touches actually takes a lot of time and sobrang mabusisi siya. And that is why, para ma-finish nyo yung goal nyo or you reach that finish line, our last tip for our renovation series is
Tip number 5. Manage your crunch time. So, ang pinaka-pro tip namin to managing your crunch time is first, identifying yung mga non-negotiable big tasks.
Yep.
Sobrang importante nun. Like, for example, meron kang trucking, hauling, meron ka,
Installations.
yes,
Major
installations,
installations.
etc.
Ayan.
You have to identify those tasks and know na malapit na yung oras for that big task. Lahat ng kailangan gawin para ma-achieve yung timeline na yun.
will revolve around those.
Yes. Yes. Dahil around those big tasks are a million other little tasks na hindi matatapos.
Yes.
Na after na YouTube episode na ito,
Ngayon pa lang
pa
namin gagawin. Ngayon namin i-OT.
Ganun ka siya pa karami, hindi
Yeah.
siya nauubos.
So, in our case, yung mga major tasks na yun were the CCTV installation, yung pag-install ng Wi-Fi mesh namin, yung paglinis nito sofa na to kasi maingay siya and magulo siya, and the hauling.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And delivery. May delivery
Free pa.
today for the million little things na kailangan pang gawin. So those are the major tasks. And then of course, yung mga major installations for the space, lahat yon mangyayari today on top of cleaning everything and making everything functional for tomorrow. Lahat yon nangyayari sabay-sabay.
Yeah, kasi habang ginagawa yung mga malalaking tasks, actually, the team was working simultaneously. May mga nag-i-install, pero at the same time, yung mga little things na pwede nang simulan, sinisimulan na rin. So actually, we were moving around constantly all throughout the day. Kasi I guess another tip connected to the big things is that those little things actually pile up. Even if you say na parang, mabilis lang yan, simple lang yan. If meron kang mga 20 little things on your list, eventually kakain na siya ng oras. So, we were constantly moving from one place to the next, saying, okay, pwede na itong matapos, pwede na matapos. And we'll give you a quick tour of the space also in a bit.
Yes. So, ang tip for the million little things na kailangan yung gawin, for me, in my case, is I always tackle an area. So, paano matatapos yung space? Anong unang-unang makikita ng shopper? Yun yung unang-una nating gagawin. So, for me, ganun ako. So, we'll show you later kung ano yung mga nauna dun sa million little things. Pero kasi, sa totoo lang, if like you're supervising everyone and you enter the space, there's just so many things to do. Like for example, magpa-plancha ka dito, tapos mamaya may nakita ka, magtatapon ka ng basura. As in, sobrang hindi mo na alam talaga kung anong gagawin mo kasi hindi mo na talaga mahati lahat. So, for your sanity and sana para ma-manage mo yung stress level mo, focus on an area and finish that area, then move on to the next.
Ako naman, yung tip ko naman, sometimes kasi you would need help in some areas. Kunwari, si Kuya Budoy, kailangan natin ng help with the installation of the bigger mirrors, pero he was busy with the Wi-Fi. So alam ko na matitenga tong area na to kasi hinintay ko pa si Kuya Budoy. So ako, while I'm waiting for Kuya Budoy, I was like moving to something else na I can work on habang naghihintay sa iba. So those are the things that you can do also, like again, related to our earlier tip, na be flexible also with the tasks that you can do during the day itself. Kasi marami talaga siya. Hindi kayo mauubusan ng gagawin. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's give them a tour of the space so you can see all the little things and big things that we were able to manage to finish today so that we can open tomorrow. For this area, actually, yung Million Little Things, nagsimula na siya noong day 4 kasi alam namin na for day 5, hindi kasya yung Million Little Things na matapos. So, for day 4, tinapos na namin yung layout. Kasi guys, sobrang hirap mag-layout kasi we wanted you guys to feel like there's somehow a privacy when you go to the space. We're going to show you the mood. There. Oh, okay. Hold on. We're going to show you the mood. Okay. So before, when you enter the space, diba we wanted to make it really open for everyone so everyone can use it, etc. But ayaw din naman namin na like pagpasok, hi, nandito kami, nakaupo kami. Ganyan. So we wanted you guys to have a bit of privacy. And it was so hard because we went through a lot of coffee shops and we realized a lot of them have walls, they have nooks, they have, corners. And if you open up a space, there's no wall, there is no corner. So alam namin na one of the major tasks na kailangan naming matapos for day 4 para matapos namin yung day 5, ma-manage namin yung day 5 is to actually lay out the space. So see, as you can see, yan yung mga isang major na kailangan namin gawin, which is to somehow create a sense of it's open, but somehow you're covered, you're not exposed. There's a sense of like, this is my nook, this is my space. Ang major na kailangan gawin so that everyone is moving is etong counter. Talagang kailangan maraming gagawin dito. Nandito yung CCTV, nandito yung POS, etc. So ito yung major task na kailangan talagang gawin. Nung morning pa lang, nag-decide na kami saan yung pwesto ng POS, saan yung pwesto ng CCTV. Kasi from that decision, dun mapupunta yung mga counter, essentials, yung mga cables ng internet, ng telephone, ng CCTV, lahat doon nakakonekta sa work na yon. So, we had to decide that, then after that, the rest of the other big tasks followed. And then, for me, the next major space is this one. Dahil napakalaki talaga niya. So, we wanted to give proper showcase para sa ating library. So now the library is big and also we wanted to show you guys your textile artwork. So we made sure na maha-highlight namin siya when you visit. And of course, ang dami namin talagang mirror. Doon pa lang sa unang opening, nakatago lang siya somewhere kasi hindi na namin alam mapaglalagyan. So now, meron na siyang paglalagyan. And now you can see the zines better. Hopefully you can see all the books better. There, I guess that's the major part here in our cafe area. And I guess let's move on to the craft studio, Ate Van.
So here we are on our next major section. So similar to our cafe area, maraming mga bagay dito na day 4, day 3 pa lang, inuna na namin kasi alam namin nakakain siya ng maraming oras. Like yung position nitong mga rebar natin that we customized into like display area. Itong mesh studio, sobrang tagal namin siya inalign at sinenter at minake sure na gitna siya at pantay-pantay. Our community wall also na ginawa naming display area, ang tagal din namin siyang ginawa. Day 3 pa lang. And yesterday, of course, kasama sa layout, the flow of the workshop tables here in the craft area. So, come day 5, medyo ready na kami for the bigger tasks. And the biggest task for today in this section is really fixing the craft area. Kasi guys, as you can see, lahat ng tools na to, kinuha from the storage and in-arrange isa-isa by craft, by use. Tapos malamang tinanggal din nila kuya yung mga sira-sira na and yung mga hindi nagamit. So, it took most of the day just organizing all of this and making sure that the storage is also functional. And the counter space here is something that's usable for the team. I mean, guys, this is so much! But yeah, so ang galing ng team. And of course, syempre, hindi lang enough na naka-display sila. Dapat maganda rin sila tignan. Kasi it's like a very big wall. So dapat visually impactful din siya. And another big task for today is really showcasing our upcycled activities. Ang dami na namin ginawang prototype during our 8 months period here, pero hindi namin siya na-display na maayos. But here they are, not just our works, but also yung mga work ng team, yung mga work nyo pag nag-open studio tayo, they're up and full spotlight. It's so pretty! Right? So, isa talaga yun sa mga task natin when we wanted to renovate the space. It's Mess Studio and we really want to put a spotlight in all the beautiful things that we can do with your donated trash and the scraps that we upcycled. So, meron na silang sarili nilang display area. And all the bigger tools also. Before, hirap na hirap tayo kung saan natin sila i-display. Now, they have their own area. And another major task for the day is also fixing our kiddie area. Kasi before, the kiddie area was in that small room and actually a lot of the kids really want to stay outside and kasama nila yung mga adults. So, ito. So, all the kiddie books are here. Yung mga artworks na ginawa ng mga kids are also up for display. And if the kids also want to craft and make their own, nilabas namin yung drawing paper so they can make their own art when they visit. So, they have their own nook. But I think yung mga parents din, upo rin sila dito kasama ng mga kids nila. Those are the major things here in this area. Ang daming tinumba ng team today. And we're really excited to show you the space when we finally open the house. So there, yun yung major changes here in our bagong craft area. And this is our cafe library. All done and ready for you guys. So, pwede kayo mag-hangout, magbasa, mag-work if you want.
And as you can see, guys, wala na siyang division. Anywhere you can use the space. Because the space is here. Sayang naman if hindi natin magamit. There's no area that's closed off for you. Every space you can use.
Yeah, so gusto nyo mag-craft, you can craft here. Gusto nyo tumambay, magbasa, you can do that there. If you guys want to shop, and check out all the works of our local makers that we carry in common room. It's here in the retail section. And yung mga books din natin from our partner bookshops and publishers, they are also here in the retail section. Kitang-kita nyo na sila, hindi na sila naku-confuse with the community library. And yeah, so I guess na-tick off natin yung objective natin of having like clear space division, but also making it flow better and spotlight sa books, spotlight sa mess.
Everything's flowing. We're so happy. We're so happy because the bookstore is here. So if there's an event in the craft area and in the cafe area, you can still purchase the books. Yun yung gusto namin eh. Sobrang ganda ng mga titles here. They're all local publishers. So it's something that we really wanted to highlight also in the renovation. That even if that area is closed, this area you still have access to. We met the deadline. All of our wishes, goals for the renovation, accomplished naman namin. Wala namang major mishap. So thank you guys. Thank you. Please visit us. If you haven't yet, please visit us in any of our branches. We have branches in Power Plant Mall, UP Town Center, Ayala Malls, Manila Bay, UP Town Center, and our newly
Renovated Mess Studio here in
the Atrium of Makati.
Okay, wait. Pahabol.
Sige, hindi pa pala tapos yung episode na to. Hindi pa. Might as well, since we're shooting, we'll give you a really, really quick tour of the space. Let's go. From the outside. Should see it. Should see it from the outside. Let's go. Okay. Okay, labas tayo para makita nyo. Okay. So, oops, close. I push po kasi. Sorry, sabaw na kami. Pero guys, look. It's so bright.
It's open. We're
It's
now
so
open.
open. See you guys
Where can they find us?
here in Atrium of Makati.
See
See